for retirement. But almost nobody talks about how to keep the IRS from taking a giant bite out of it. Today, Michael's breaking down the truth about tax free retirement, what it means, and who can achieve it, and the moves that start right now. Let's go. So, Michael, let's just jump right into this involving a tax free retirement. What does tax free retirement actually mean? And is it realistic for business owners?
So tax-free retirement, the way we discuss it in the wealth management world, is really all about income tax-free retirement. All right. Imagine where you can pull out monies every single month and literally not owe the IRS anything. There are three things that I'll discuss along those lines. The most obvious, and most people, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, is the Roth IRA. It is a legitimate strategy for many, many people. Don't ignore it. Most people know it, but it is funded with after-tax monies. Okay, so that's the first thing that I would say. Listen, this can generate a significant amount. I know people who have $7 million in their Roth IRA, and I've known people who had even more than that. But it's a way to build your wealth significantly tax free. That's the first and most obvious one. And then there's one that a lot of people have bias against, but in reality, you'd be hard pressed to find any other financial product like life insurance, cash value life insurance, that generates the kind of preferred treatment under the IRS, under the IRC code. Okay, because think about this. I whether it's whole life or index universal life, consider the fact that you can build cash value in these policies, and later on, years down the line, you can borrow against them. And when you're borrowing against a life insurance policy, Neil, guess what the tax is?
Zero.
You got it. No tax. So, sometimes I'll sit with people like, yeah, I don't like life insurance. Okay, good. Do you like taxes? Which one do you hate more? Because if you hate taxes more, then listen closely, because we could call this Alpo dog food for all it doesn't really matter. But the point is, you want to retire tax free with a good amount of quote unquote income. Here, the income is really in the form of a loan. And if you're borrowing against your policy, you're actually getting a loan from the carrier. The policy actually becomes collateral for the carrier. But the point is, it is tax-free income that you could generate later on. And you could fund this with as much money as you want. You're not limited like a 401k plan. Okay. So powerful. Most people, they're growing to understand this, and there are legions of financial advisors, insurance people who are making sure this message goes out and it's legitimate. You can build a significant cash value in a life insurance policy and live off that tax free.
What's one move someone can make now to reduce taxes in retirement later?
I think if you're talking about long-term planning, the number one thing is most people don't have a plan. So the first and most important move is create a plan that you will commit to. There are people who just they sit down once a year, they put together a spreadsheet, they do all these numbers, and then when they get up and walk away, they don't really follow it. That's a big weakness, and that's reality for a lot of people. What I'm saying is the single most important thing you do is create a plan that you will commit to. Commit to.
Why do high income earners get crushed in retirement taxes, and how do you prevent it?
They get crushed because of the same thing. They don't have a plan. They don't have good advice. They don't know the tax code. They don't know how to leverage the tax code. And there are many, many ways they can, whether you're high income or not. You have to know these things. And again, those who pay the least amount in tax have access to the best talent, the best information out there. And they work with an advisor who holds them to their plan.
What's the difference between tax deferred and tax free, and why does it matter?
Tax deferred is something that will grow without being taxed. And eventually, when you start pulling it out, then you start paying a tax. Tax free is just that. There is no tax down the line. It is growing tax free and you're pulling it out tax free. It's a beautiful, beautiful concept.
All right. The best place people can contact you today is go to rainstormmediagroup.com and schedule a call with Micheal. Thanks, Micheal.